Hi everyone and welcome to Fizz Friday. Today I have got the wonderful Anna Woolliscroft with me from Market Avenue. Thank you so much for joining me, Anna. Really, really appreciate it. So Anna is one of my trusted partners. I've shared information on previous newsletters from Anna and I will repurpose that content as well. But thank you for joining me, my lovely. It's lovely to see you. So tell us a little bit more about Market Avenue and what you do.
Yeah, thanks Claire. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here. I don't often do these sort of things. So yeah, Market Avenue turned 13 this year. So
wow.
We celebrated quite a milestone of a birthday. Copywriting business, marketing trained in marketing promotions. We've done that for a long, long time. Worked on social media for a long time, but copywriting really has been the focus for the last 5 years or so. When I finally realised that I've always been a writer.
You certainly are, yeah. And your copywriting skills are phenomenal. Anna has done all sorts of stuff for me as Evolves Together and also my clients. So all the copy that you see on my website was rewritten by the wonderful Anna. So what sort of clients do you work with?
I work with a mixture of clients really. More recently, I tend to focus more on working with smaller business with the owner manager of the organisation, or solopreneurs, you know, people that are their business, people that are their brand. And generally people that have got a story to tell themselves. So, you know, they set up in business, they've got a purpose, they've got a why, and they're just struggling to transfer that into their own words, you know, to develop their own authentic voice, because I think quite often it's a bit of a, don't really know how to put myself out there now when they make that big step. So I work a lot with that type of person, and typically in the industries of well-being, mental health. I love anything to do with behaviour, neuroscience, you know, positive growth mindset, that sort of thing. So that's what really attracts me to that sort of industry. I do a lot of work in that space now.
Oh, that's fantastic. So obviously from a copywriting perspective, it can cover so many things. So talk us about the sort of services that you offer.
Yeah, again, I've diversified a little bit over the years, I have to say, as we do when we find a feat with certain things and we realise what we enjoy doing. So I've kind of progressed from writing copy for, you know, anyone and everything, from a blog article to a website to a job description. I wrote a series of desserts on a menu once to that was a taster session as well. And now I tend to focus more on website copy. I do quite a bit of ghostwriting for people, so that's something I want to try and expand on this year.
Explain what on earth is that?
So people that, I guess it's people that, you know, we've all got a book inside them, you know, that so-called phrase. And I've helped a number of people now to get their content really into a book format, and that can be repurposed from a series of blog articles, a series of podcasts, but it's structuring it in a way that it forms an actual book. And I've worked with people, sometimes I've written chapters from scratch, sometimes it's copy editing, sometimes it's just more of a proofread, but I definitely enjoy that because it's a bigger piece. You can really go into detail about things, and I think, you know, that's another thing that I love to get curious about a topic and let's get deep on it. That's kind of the ghostwriting. It's not, you know, I might be mentioned in there, but it's not my name on the front cover.
It definitely helps.
It does, yeah. Website copy and blog articles, and then just that bigger piece of content really, so people that have got something that really want to go in depth on it, and it could be an ebook that's then branched off into a series of articles and content that kind of brings this whole topic together.
Oh, how fascinating. The ghost, that's a new one for me. I feel like I want to write a book now, and then you can edit it and make it sound a lot better than I can write. Oh, how fantastic.
2022 is the year for writing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like that. It's fantastic. So obviously over the last couple of years with the dreaded pandemic that we're now coming out of or living with or whatever, how has your clients kind of had to adapt their copy to obviously get their key messages across, but in maybe a slightly different way?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general people have had to change, and you know, certainly where the internet came along, and now we're doing a lot more on the internet anyway. We're not seeing people face to face. People, you know, the messages have got to be really succinct. They've got to be uber specific as well. So I think where previously, certainly in the business to business world, you know, we were able to have a much longer conversation with people and to take people through details, you know, in more depth. Whereas now we're kind of leaving people to their own devices. You know, people are a lot savvier than they ever used to be. They'll do research, they'll make up their own opinions on things without necessarily having the full information that they need. So messages have got to be really bang on, you know, got to sort of tell our clients that we, you know, we're talking to that one person and it's you. And we know your emotions, we know the anxieties that you're going through, we know the desires that you want, and we've got to tell them, you know, what's in it for them, you know, why should they care about why, you know, product or service that we've got to offer. So it really is about the specifics and getting emotional with them and just, you know.
I agree with that emotion. Yeah, you have. And it's like when we read something as well, if we're touched and moved by it, we're more likely to do something about it. So the emotion, I think, is really key in a lot of copy, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. It's just capturing the attention of people and with those emotive words, because, you know, we all buy emotionally, don't we? And then we rationalize it with a little bit of logic, but it's still the emotion that must lead. And it's more important than ever. And I think as well, because there's so much more competition and there's so many different platforms and places for us to digest messages, that we need to know who we're talking to. We can no longer speak to everybody, and we can no longer, I mean, we could all say, oh, I can deal with anybody, which we can, but, you know, that message has got to say, hey, Claire, you know, I know what you're about. I know this is what you're troubled with. Here's a solution. Here's why it's going to work for you. You know, the big benefits, and here's why you should care. And here's why it's different to something else.
Yeah, I totally 100% agree. So what's the future for Market Avenue? Where's it going next?
Well, as you know, I did a storytelling course last year, strategic storytelling course, which was a group course. There's going to be another couple of cohorts of that this year because, you know, I like that collaborative space where people can learn and share ideas and we all grow together. So, and that's sort of an introduction to copy and content and, you know, lots of little facets of how to write their stories, the ghostwriting that I've mentioned. And also this year, I'm in the process of writing my own book as well. So in between the client work, that's the project that I really want to tick off for this year.
That sounds like you're going to be super busy, Anna. Make sure you've got to do some stuff for me. That is absolutely amazing. So when we've got some dates for the storytelling course, we'll include the links on that. I've obviously been on it. It's amazing. I learned so much. It was absolutely fantastic. So 100% recommend that to anyone that's following. But thank you so much for your time. It's been amazing. And like I said, Anna and I have worked together for the last couple of years. I can highly recommend Anna. I only work with my trusted partners. She's an amazing copywriter and just a gem. I think you're an amazing person. But thank you so much for joining me, Anna. I really, really appreciate it.
No, it's been my pleasure. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it.
Cheers, hon.
Thanks. Bye.